So last week, Tesla released this video on how they are making ventilators, and I found this really cool. Check this out.
Hey guys, so this is Tesla Engineering. We're in the lab and we've been working on some stuff. We just wanted to share it with you. We're trying to make some ventilators out of some car parts so that we can help out the medical industry without taking away from their supply. So I'm going to give it over to Joe Mardall, and he's going to tell you about what we've been doing.
As Lars said, we've been working on developing our own ventilator design, specifically one that's heavily based on Tesla car parts. We want to use parts that we know really well, we know the reliability of, and we can go really fast, and they're available in volume. So here's our kind of high-level schematic design. You can see that all the red parts here are Tesla vehicle parts, so we've used a lot of those. What is a ventilator? A ventilator is a device that helps patients breathe who can't breathe well for themselves. And it does that by forcing air into their lungs with a pressure or a volume control, and then they exhale passively. And now I'll take you to our first round of prototype that we developed. And Guru can talk you through that on the bench here.
Hi everyone. So I'm going to walk you through the first prototype we've built. So this is the hospital grade supply of air that is going into a mixing chamber, which is a car part that we use in our vehicles. This is where the oxygen and the air mixes together, and then it passes through a valve body, which is used to create the waveforms, the pressure and the volume waveforms. Then the air coming out of this valve body goes to a bunch of sensors. So this is a flow rate sensor, this is a pressure sensor. It then goes through a filter and goes into the patient's lung. And then carbon dioxide is put into that air and then goes through the exhale pipes and goes through a set of sensors and then goes through the exhale valve, which is used to throttle the pressure of the lung, so you always keep a positive pressure on the lung. And now I'm going to put you over to Ben, who's going to show you the packaged version of the same.
This system is powered by the Model 3 infotainment system. Up here at the top we have a Model 3 center display touchscreen. This touchscreen is powered by the Model 3 infotainment computer in here, which controls Model 3 vehicle controllers. These vehicle controllers talk to these precision variable valves on this single piece manifold, which we designed to be easy to put together.
This gives us 3 different ways to control what's happening to the patient: pressure regulated volume control, pressure control, or volume control, for the most amount of flexibility for the most acute patients out there. We also put in on the bottom a backup system. So with an O2 tank, our backup battery, and the air compressor, you get 20 to 40 minutes to move that patient where you need to give them the care that they deserve. Now coming back up to the top, let's see what's happening on the UI. First of all, we've got a respiratory simulator right here. It's basically simulating what a lung does. It has various amounts of compliance and is breathing. That breath is actually being plotted out up here. We have 3 plots for pressure, flow, and volume. And you can see the line moving across as the lung is breathing. Now, if something happens to the lung and constricts it, you can see the pressure waveforms change, overlaid on the history of the previous 12 seconds. That's important so a doctor can see if they're improving or something's going wrong. There's still a lot of work to do, but we're giving it our best effort to make sure we can help some people out there.
So I think that this is really, really cool because not only are they solving a problem, but they're doing it with like parts that they already have that are in the cars. I'm just so impressed because the amount of innovation that goes on at this company means that these guys are ready for whatever you throw at them. If you say to them, like, we need to make this crazy thing that you never signed up to do, use this computer and these, tank parts and these pump parts, whatever, they're like, okay, sure, we can do it. That means you've got the right people on your team. Exactly. And I mean, how cool is it that the Tesla computer, the one that goes in your Model 3, is configurable so much so that they can just put whatever it is they want on there? Most cars, they have a system, and it's so baked in that you couldn't ever turn it into anything other than a car. Right. This is really, really, really fantastic. Yeah, that's a Model 3 screen. Right. These are the guys that you want to have on Mars, okay? You do not want to have the guys who are like, well, we could probably start development, and we'll be working on it, and then maybe in 7 to 5, 10, we're gonna 30 years. We're going to run out of oxygen in 7 days, guys. I don't know if that's going to... You want these guys who are like, all right, so we took apart, we took all the pieces that we had in the rocket, and we made ourselves some kind of thing that you need. That is the pinnacle of engineering, of human engineering, right there. Kudos to the team. So this has been a very tough time for many businesses. People are largely in lockdown, and they aren't thinking about buying a new car right now. And so Tesla released this letter to employees that was obtained by Clean Technica. We're going to read it now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for your continued commitment to Tesla and our mission during this unprecedented time. We know that the uncertainty has not been easy, and we are doing everything we can to keep you safe and informed while we are also navigating the changes around the world. While we are continuing to keep only minimum critical operations running, we expect to resume normal production at our U.S. facilities on May 4th, barring any significant changes. Until that time, it is important we take action to ensure we remain on track to achieve our long-term plans. Starting Monday, April 13th, we are implementing the below actions as part of a broader effort to manage costs. This is a shared sacrifice across the company that will allow us to progress during these challenging times. Pay will be temporarily reduced for salaried employees. For U.S. employees, these reductions are 30% for vice presidents and above, 20% for directors and above, and 10% for everyone else. For non-U.S. employees, there will also be comparable reductions, of which the specifics will be communicated by the local leadership team in accordance with local laws and work councils. These reductions are expected to be in place until the end of Q2. Employees who cannot work at home and have not been assigned to critical work on site will be furloughed. Under furlough, you remain an employee of Tesla without pay and retain your healthcare benefits. You will not report to work until the furlough ends, and you are directed to return by management, which we expect to be May 4th. A furlough notice will be emailed to you in the coming days with additional instructions on how to apply for unemployment benefits through your state agency. For the vast majority of furloughed employees, unemployment benefits will be roughly equivalent to normal take-home pay. Certain employees will be assigned to critical functions, and they will continue to report on site. Those employees will be communicated to directly by their manager or HR partner. For the merit review cycle, salary and hourly rate adjustments will be put on hold. Equity grants will be on hold as well. If you would like to take a voluntary leave of absence, as some have reached out to request, please discuss with your manager and HR partner. We continue to monitor the situation closely, and our top priority is to ensure the safety of our employees. As usual, for those who are on site, if you are sick or uncomfortable with coming to work, please contact your manager and stay at home. We respect your decision, and you will not be penalized. For HR-related questions, contact your HR partner. Thank you all so very much for everything you do to ensure the success of our company.
Not
Can I just say?
fantastic news.
Yes, but what I like is VPs and above get the biggest cut, and then all the way down to the lowest employees get the least cut. What company do you see that in? Usually it's like, us bigwigs up here are going to do just fine where you guys take the burden of this.
Right. That is usually the case in so many companies. It's really nice to see the furloughing of employees sucks, but it is not uncommon in these times. There's really no way of
This
getting
is
around
unprecedented.
that. I mean,
the whole world is shut down.
right. What are they going to pay you to go sit in a sales center
Right.
with no one coming in?
Right. It's not safe for you either.
Right. So probably the best course of action that they could have taken, in my opinion. There's no like magical bullet in this scenario where they're like, well, we'll just do some kind of magic. There's nothing that they could have done. Thanks so much for watching this Now You Know clip.
Head over to Now You Know channel for full episodes of Tesla Time news and in depth.
And if you want to treat yourself and your family to something amazing, check this out.
Jesse and I have been enjoying Masterclass, where we've been learning all sorts of fun topics from the masters themselves. Chess from Gary Kasparov.
Scientific thinking with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Space exploration from Chris Hadfield.
Design and architecture from Frank Gehry.
And so many more.
Click the link down below to support our channel and experience what it's like to learn from the masters at Masterclass.